Welcome back, everyone, to the Lake Osceola State Bank postgame show. Rob Bentley joined by the head coach of the Ferris State Bulldogs, Andy Bronkema, after a 61-48 Bulldog win. And, Coach, one of those games here in the GLIAC, a tight ball game that went down the stretch, but you certainly made the plays you had to here to close it out.
I thought our depth helped us today. You know, we got some fresh bodies in at the end, and we got some stops. And also very pleased to be able to win it in this way. It wasn't our first choice, but it was a grinded out, sometimes half court, but sometimes it was just a grinded out game. Needed defensive stops. We didn't make very many shots. Took some bad ones because of their defensive pressure, but we also, one of our best defensive games. I mean, we were really dialed in, and I thought in the second half they made some good adjustments, but we really were taking away a lot of things, and I'm happy for our guys.
Obviously, it was a struggle here for both teams, a little bit offensively in terms of the shooting percentages.
Yeah.
Mason Pline, though, a couple big shots for you here from the three-point line in the second half.
In a game like that, that's all it takes. You know, you just get a couple buckets in there to give you some breathing room, and it's like it's a 10-point run instead of a 3-point run, because baskets were at a premium today. But I think as a coach, you know, we don't want to be spoiled. This is typical in the GLIAC. This is what it really feels like. I thought our guys were hanging their head a little bit on some pretty common mistakes that, you know, can happen. And you know, when I was getting after them a little bit, they didn't respond the way I wanted them to. So, you know, maybe I got to change my approach a little bit. But we also we can't be spoiled. We have to expect a struggle. And today I thought we were a little bit too surprised when things didn't go our way. And at the end of the day, we just pulled it together and, you know, won it down the stretch.
Obviously, another win here, and they're all big from this point going forward. But this is a difficult place to play. We've seen that over the years. Doesn't matter what the records are coming in. Certainly, you know, you're going to be challenged up here in the Upper Peninsula.
Well, listen, we talked in pregame. I mean, that's a veteran team, and some of them energized by being able to be a little bit more involved offensively. Last year, they just had those two big stars that, you know, rightfully so, they knocked us out of the tournament and dropped 50 on us. But this year's team, they're veteran, energized, a hard scout because it's a first-year coach and you don't know any of his tendencies. You can't pull out scouts from before or, you know, ideas from before. And, you know, it was a grind today, possession by possession, and we made the plays down the stretch, got some stops, and, you know, just happy to win on the road in the GLIAC. I'm really happy.
I know it was a new year, obviously, but how much motivation maybe was that loss last year to Northern Michigan coming into this one?
Well, sometimes you need bulletin board material, sometimes you don't. I mean, I don't think it's the purest form of motivation. You know, we're trying to be the best that we can be, and that's all we want to concentrate on. But we brought that into play. I mean, you have to remember them upsetting us. I mean, we were the 4 seed at home, and they took it to us. And a matter of fact, they returned more points in that game than we did. So that was certainly on our mind. And at the end of the day, we break things down, you know, just to the littlest things, but you have to be happy with a win like this on the road in the GLIAC, and especially happy that we could win this way, this style. You have to be able to win different ways because you can't always just enforce your will on the other team.
Coach, I know obviously a big win here tonight, but does not get any easier on Saturday. A very good Michigan Tech team in Houghton on Saturday afternoon.
Well, first of all, Robert, we need you to start keeping stats again because we got 6 assists today, and I know we didn't make very many field goals, but I wonder about that. And then going to Houghton and playing Michigan Tech, and I don't know what to tell you. I mean, other than the fact that I do like the challenge, and they're a complete team, and it's not just one guy, but I do like the challenge of the Kyle Monroe challenge. I'm very happy that he's back and healthy and able to play. I think that's good for our league and certainly for Coach. You know, we were all worried about him last year, and then the guys that they've developed, I think they're a really good team. And of course, at home, nearly impossible. I was talking with Coach Killian just about all the 1 point, you know, one play down the stretch wins that we've had over the years there, and some losses just like it. So, you know, we're expecting that right down to the wire.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win. We'll talk to you again on Saturday.
Good. I think I'm in a little better shape this year because we're way up here, and I was hustling, and I'm not as winded, so that's a good sign too. do. All right?
Well, we appreciate it. We'll be back with more Bulldog basketball coverage in 60 seconds on Sunny 97.3.